Alright. uh, should probably mention what has been going on. I just haven't done anything because of the new TOS stuff. And, yeah, that's really about it. So, here, I had gotten this video, recommended a couple days back. This video by that. About very basic, like, Gene Deaky vocaloid stuff, with, Love Live characters, and using samples from, the acapellas of songs that have been, released. And I sat through this, and I ended up actually getting namewave myself, and have been toying around with it a bit. And have learned some things that weren't in that video, so this is the thing, I'm going to be making my own tutorial and stuff, basically, from. And I'll just let this play back for now, sit through this, and just see what I've got so far without exporting it to any other DAW.
完璧な空気によって触れる悪魔の隙間を狙ってく夢に見た未来のすごい装置でどんな世界を作り出せるこの星は弾ける空のような見せてほしいよまだ知らないこと
So that was Niki's arrow with using samples of the Japanese voice audio of the character T from Puyo Puyo, specifically samples from Puyo Puyo Quest and the first Puyo Puyo Tetris game. Now, as you may know, those aren't like singing games. So these are all from like speech samples from those two games. And then as you can see, here is the like alphabet and stuff and different samples. And if you like actually listen to these, yeah, you can tell those are speech samples. So yeah, not the same thing that I'm just gonna call you Zoe was working with. But it's still at least somewhat, it's a bit janky, but it works. And I'll get to why I have vocaloid open and stuff in a moment. Yeah, so I went through here and I went into Audacity and I got what I wanted from this for the samples. So the start here is the quest counting stuff, and then it goes on to the voice lines from that, and then you can tell there's like a visible like audio drop when it gets to the stuff that's actually from Puyo Tetris. So no, that's still from Quest. Yeah, let me skip that here. So, you don't actually need, like, 9 minutes. I just went way overboard because I'm not sure how much I actually needed. But most of what I had actually put in so far is from these, like, first couple of minutes, maybe 3 minutes. Like, in the middle of towards the end here, I grabbed, I forgot which one it was. Was it she? It might have been. Yeah. So some of the few missing syllables I did grab from those later points, but I didn't really need that full, like, 9, nearly 10 minutes of audio. So I'd just say, like, depending on, you know, whatever you're trying to do, just put in the, like, first, like, minute or two. Now, if you do not already have Audacity, get Dark Audacity, and it might look a bit different from this. The reason why I'm still using Audacity is because this is an older version of it that does not have the tracking in it. So I'm fine on that part. So when you import a file, let's just, I already have these in here already, but let's say the 10 count. And the 9 count here. This is an example. I'm gonna zoom in here. And then to combine these, you don't have to, but I'd just say for convenience in namewave to put it all in the same file. So here we have these two. I'm going to drag and drop this from this track to this track. And if I want to delete that track, and join these two files by clicking this line. And if we preview this, they're now both in the same file. And then I can go here to export, and export as a WAV file. Okay, so there is applets that you can load up. The ones that we are going to be working with today are File Loader, Traffic, and Voice Finder. So I have everything in the folder here, which you can select which folder you want it to load stuff from in the File Loader. So we're going to at first be working with the Voice Finder after selecting a folder in the File Loader. So this new folder I just slapped into the namewave folder where I have it installed. This is the toggle for actually having a preview, so if I like hit this, nothing will play, but if I select preview and hit it again, so this is to stop the preview. And I have here the actual thing that we're going to be working with in the Voice Finder. Okay, stop. The vocaloid export that I'm using is a reference for timing. So, there's that.
完璧な空気によって秘める小悪魔の隙間を狙ってく夢に見た未来の
So yeah, it's the same song, same actually vocalist, but just from Natsume-san's VSQX of the song. So if you have another vocal synth that you can like do this, I don't recommend it. You know, make your own like arrangement of the vocals if you can. I'm just lazy. So yeah, I'm using Natsume-san's VSQX as a reference for the notes here. And elsewise, you know, like timing and stuff, it's all like from this and my own hand-done work down here. But enough rambling. So we're gonna hit edit window and it'll bring us here. Now at first it won't have anything on it. Gonna just click on whatever we're referencing here. You can see I went through and was labeling this earlier. So there's still some parts that I didn't label though, because again, there's a lot of stuff here. So let's hit here. Yeah. Here's the key that we could use here, so I'll select the upper portion of this area, and then this will create a point. You can also slide it around if you need to. I need to move this further for the key. So I might be able to use the key. But this is just for the video, so I'll just select the knot. There we go. And then you don't need a Japanese keyboard for this. In fact, from what I've sat through, it bugs out when you try using a Japanese keyboard. You can just type in knot and it'll pop up. So now we have that knot sample. And you can just go through with the rest of whatever your sample is and select, you know, what you think is clear enough pronunciation to be put as a sample for whatever you're using. So, if I scroll up here, you can see there's like some stuff that I didn't select despite it, like, you know, being there, so like this. Yeah, that wouldn't really work with this. Maybe if I like put like a fucking vowel after that, but it's not what I'm looking for, so I just put the first parts of it here. Yeah. And that's that, you know, you can pause here, do that if you want. It's very, very lengthy. So, like I said, you know, I just needed like the first two parts before I just start going and just doing parts of it. I do plan on doing this entire thing at some point, because I don't want to waste all that audio on my PC. And then the side area here will actually tell you if you have anything. So it goes a, I, u, e, o, ka, ki, da, na, ha, ya, da, wa, n. And then same here, you know, it's like that. And then, you know, so let's say na. So if we go et, net, it works like that. Same with these. And yeah, so we got ga, get, go, get, ga. And then if we go down one row, just now 2 rows, this would be do. And so on. Reading hiragana at least will help, but with that should hopefully somewhat help with selecting samples from here. If you really don't know, you can just take guesses, so like, maybe this is me. Yeah, you know, stuff like that. But I, at least know hiragana for, like, this basic area, and then some of these, so I'm set on that. Now, you may be like, but wait! You don't have he here. How are you going to do that if you don't have it? Now, there is a word for that. That is called splicing. That's actually what I did with this sample here. Load this back up here. What? But you don't have a pair sample! Well, so I used a part of the poof sample, which I have a lot of because of the title of this game. I took one of those, put it down, and then just kind of spliced it in with the to create the pa. Actually, I think it was this one. Yeah, it probably was. And then, you know, I went on doing what I do with this. And another thing about splicing is that it doesn't even have to be like a completely different thing, like with the pack. So you can see here, I used the O for continuing on this yaw to like kind of bring it up. And I do that a lot here with this. As you can see, I just grabbed the E from the knee for this. And so on. I do that a lot here. And that's because that's something that I do in my vocaloid projects as well. I'd say if you have like prior vocal synth experience, this will help a lot. Especially because the namewave UI reminds me a lot of the vocaloid UI, which helps a lot with this. And of course, yours here in the traffic window will look different. That's because if you go here to track, there's different tracks that you can add from this menu. So there's the audio menu, beat tracker, which took me a second to read, which is the BPM up here, and then vocal track, so you can add like different harmonies and stuff there, which I have not done yet because I want to get this main track done first. And then you can see I use 2 audio tracks for the instrumental and the actual like voice that I'm using as a reference for the timing. And then in this beat thing here, actually, that's a good point. So there is no like fully like, you know, like you can't have the bars show up on all tracks. It only shows up here. So this is the first bar, then, you know, a beat, and then the next bar. I'm not sure if you can change it to, like, you know, be in other time signatures. By default, it's in 4/4. But I got still, like, really confused with this, which is why I have this. Though it does help, at least. Oh, oops, I accidentally started zooming in there. It does help with going through and, you know, timing things regardless with having this here as well. Right, so placing stuff down. It's like probably the main reason why I would be here, and I have, you know, I'm just like selecting what's needed here. Alright. So for placing down a note, you just drag and drop from here. After selecting the vowel, you can either type it in up here or select it from this window. I just personally like selecting it though. And then something that wasn't mentioned in this tutorial is that when you right-click a note, you have pitch options down here. So this is reset it to the way it was default. This is make it completely flat. This like smooths it out a bit. This is for preventing drift. And then this is resetting the envelope to default. However, it doesn't do anything for me. That's what it says there, default envelope. So, what I do usually for notes here is I'll smooth it out, then perform drift correction, and just keep on doing that until I'm satisfied with the way it looks. So, yeah, that's nice. I'll mess with the envelope here. Assign the pitch. Magic of editing. Now, if something isn't exact, so let me go back and just see if something ended up like messing up somehow. Right, here we go, this sheet. So if you need to like fine-tune something, in the piano roll, there's these 2 blue things. The second one will let you fine-tune the pitch, and this one will let you actually scroll through the piano roll. You can also zoom in and out of it using your mouse wheel. So here's the zoom into the notes. You can also zoom the... Oh, I didn't even know that was a thing. Wait, what did I just do? Oh! Okay, I did not know about that until now. Mistakes, am I right? Okay, I didn't know this, but you can fine-tune pitch even more by just dragging your mouse. I did not know that. Wow, okay. It's not perfect, but it's damn better. Using this, I have added smoother pitch transitions, as well as a little bit. And from there you can just continue doing what you have to. I'm going to actually go back and fix up the pitch for the rest of this. And then see if I can get done with the course today. And yeah, I'll be back when I'm done with that. And I come back, mostly at least done with the first chorus, and yeah, I'll let you listen to that after going through all that stuff in here. Yeah.
完璧な空気に酔って踏んでる小悪魔の隙間を狙ってく夢に見た未来のすごい装置でどんな願いも作り出せるこの時間弾けんそうなのような見せてほしいのまだ知らないことずっとなるまで君の心にこれをほら触れてごらんてくあげてあげてあげない目の上がほらの数をまるで注ぐ水に嘘を混ぜた俺の心に刻され